Greetings and salutations, it is I, Professor Macabro, here, again, to regale you with, surprise, surprise, another flea market haul. Yes, indeed, I, don't usually get to go to flea markets 2 weeks on a row. Usually takes about a month or something, but thankfully, I was able to go to another flea market and score some stuff. So that's what I'm going to share with you, yes, indeed. Unfortunately, I must say that no movies were found. They did have movies, but number one, they didn't have any good horror movies. And number two, the movies that they did have there were movies that I already own or are not the kind of stuff that I collect. So sadly, no movies in this update video. But still got some good stuff, so let's go through that. Now, first off, I found these little Mickey Mouse ears. Now, in a couple of videos before, I showcased that I found the Sleepy Hollow Mickey Mouse ears, which were pretty cool. But these have the cool neon prints of all the Mickey Mouse cast, and they look like so on your head. And if you put batteries on them, they actually glow. And supposedly, as far as what I could Google, they react to sound, so if you wear them during the one of the parades, they strobe different. At least that's what it says. I highly doubt it. I just think they light up and they change color. But that's what it says that they do. So I thought that was pretty cool. Electronic Mickey Mouse ears. Now, something else that I found, it's something that actually I've been looking for a long time. I have seen them in anime and comic book expos. Unfortunately, they're kind of pricey, I'm not gonna lie. Getting this or a one-piece Luffy hat is getting kind of expensive and far beyond my budget. But I've always wanted, because you know me, I mentioned this in my previous flea market haul, I like collecting Goofy hats. I have a whole collection of Goofy hats. So, I like adding them for costumes, for props, for my videos. But this one particularly, I wanted one in this style. I bought something similar a while ago, but not in this particular style. And I finally have a Raiden style hat. Yes, this is a Japanese kind of, what could it be called? A wood or something? I don't know. But a traditional Japanese style handcrafted hat that would protect you from the sun when you are walking through the eternal forest or picking rice. And you just put it on like this, and now you are Lord Raven from Mortal Kombat. Yes, you'll participate in Mortal Kombat. I've always wanted a hat like this, and but again, whenever I come across them, they're kind of pricey, or they're really damaged. This one, it was fine when I bought it, but in the shipping and carrying it along with the other stuff that I got at the flea market, it did get a little nick in one of the corners, which is sad, but you can't really tell it. But I do have to be careful not to puncture it, because it's like a straw material, so it's very delicate. But yes, I finally have a Raiden-esque samurai Japanese kind of a straw hat that I particularly like. Yes, indeed. Also showcased, well, not the exact style, but kind of the similar style in Big Trouble in Little China. But I always identify this from the samurai movies of Akira Kurosawa or from Raiden from Mortal Kombat. Yes, indeed, with Christopher Lambert rocking this thing. Also, found this thing. I gave it a proper wash. It wasn't in that bad a shape, but it's made out of fabric. So I gave it a proper wash because, I don't know how many people actually put it on their heads. And if there's one thing we learned from COVID is that you have to wash things out. But I found a Toad hat from the Super Mario Brothers series. Yes, indeed, a Captain Toad, the Toads. Your princess is in another castle. Or if it's the Toad from the cartoon, like, your princess is in another castle. This actually hails from the Super Nintendo world in Universal Studios. But, yeah, made it all the way to the flea market, and I got it. It wasn't too worse for wear. I just decided to wash it, because you should wash things that you find at the flea market, just to be safe. You might have ticks. You might have, some other stuff. Again, you don't know what kind of other people wore the hat at the flea market, so always wash your finds, especially if they're made like of plush or something like that from the flea market. But yes, now I have a Mario hat, a Luigi hat, a Princess Peach crown, and a Toad. I'm still missing that really cool Bowser hat that I saw. I'll put a picture of here. And I think GameStop has a Cappy Mario hat that I would like to get. But yes, just weird, random hat things that I love collecting because I like silly hats. Yes, indeed, I just love them. I did get another hat. This is actually going to be all hats. I got a hat from the Cat in the Hat. Look at that. Well, of course, this is Dr. Seuss classic Cat in the Hat. But it was also made in that horrible Mike Myers Cat in the Hat live action, which it might be a Mandela effect, but I could swear that I saw an image of Jim Carrey as Cat in the Hat. And he was in the makeup and everything, and then suddenly Mike Myers is the Cat in the Hat. I'm like, the fuck is up with that? I could have sworn it was Jim Carrey, but no. Mike Myers is the one that actually gave life to the Cat in the Hat. But I have a Cat in the hat because I think it looks pretty cool. I dig it. And I got something else for the silly hat collection, which I have a lot of silly hats. Speaking of which, the last hat I bought, a lot of hats, I must admit. I don't usually come across these many hats, and when I do, I have to take advantage of it because, you know, they're silly hats. And I have a collection of hard hats. I have a white hard hat, a yellow hard hat because it looks like the one from Mario Maker, a Nintendo series where you can design your own levels. I have a really cool Jurassic Park one that's orange and has the light. And now I have a hard hat from Monsters, Inc. I still have to adjust it to fit my big ass head, but look at that. I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah, a scare. Ooh, scare. From Monsters, Inc. Ridiculous. Do I really need a Monsters, Inc. hard hat? Well, yes, I do, because I don't own a Monsters, Inc. hard hat. And now I do, and it tickles me pink to own a Monsters, Inc. hat. Yes, indeed. So I'm going to end this video on this one, but I'm going to put on my really cool Raiden straw hat. Check it out. I think I look pretty cool. I do think I look pretty cool. You might disagree. But what do you think of the hat collection? What was the highlight of the collection? Which one did you like? This one, the Cat in the Hat, the Toad, the Monsters Inc., the light up Mickey Mouse ears? Let us know in the comments down below. But until I see you all again next time, this has been Professor Macabro thanking you and wishing you all, like always, a good evening.